Krishna, it's time for Aarti. So can I request everyone to stand up for the Aarti? You already got the warm up now, so this is the same Hare Krishna Mahamantra we'll be chanting. Thank you very much. Hare Krishna. Ready? Let's move. Hare Krishna Mataji. Are you okay or you want to just keep it on the wall? Everybody come forward, so. The lyrics are there on the TV screen if you want to follow. The first two on the left hand side, they are our obeisances to Guru Parampara, which we'll be singing first. So if you want to follow, you can follow the lyrics out there, okay? And on the right hand side at the bottom, you have the Hare Krishna Mahamantra. Jai Shri Radha Gokulananda ki! Jai Sitaram Lakshman Hanuman ki! Gauranitai ki! Srila Prabhupada ki! Namo Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prastaya Bhutale Srimadi Bhaktivedanta Swami Niti Namine Nama Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prastaya Bhutale Srimadi Bhaktivedanta Swami Niti Namine Namaste Saraswati Devi Gauravani Pracharine Nirvisesha Sunyavadi Pashyata Deshatarine Advaita Gadada Srivasadi Gaur Bhaktivedanta Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Everyone. Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. First topic. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Govinda Jaya Jaya, Gopala Jaya Jaya, Govinda Jaya Jaya, Gopala Jaya Jaya, Radha Ramana Hari Govinda Jaya Jaya, Raghupati Raghava Raja Ram Patita Pavana Sitaram. Raghupati Raghava Raja Ram Patita Pavana Sitaram. Sitaram, 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 Jaya Sitaram. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Jaya Radha Gokula Nanda, Radha Gokula Nanda, Radha Gokula Nanda, Shri Radhe. Jaya Radha Gokula Nanda, Radha Gokula Nanda, Radha Gokula Nanda, Shri Radhe. Jaya Radha Gokula Nanda, Radha Gokula Nanda, Radha Gokula Nanda, Shri Radhe. Jaya Sita Ram Lakshman Hanuman, Jaya Sita Ram Lakshman Hanuman. Jaya Sita Ram Lakshman Hanuman, Jaya Sita Ram Lakshman Hanuman. Jaya Sita Ram Lakshman Hanuman, Jaya Sita Ram Lakshman Hanuman. Jaya Gauranitai, 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 Jaya Gauranitai. Jaya Jaya Prabhupada, 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 Jaya Jaya Prabhupada. Nitya Gaura Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Nitya Gaura Hari Bol. Jai Shri Radha Gokulananda ki, Jai Sitaram Lakshman Hanuman ki, Gaura Nitai ki, Srila Prabhupada ki. Hare Krishna, everyone. It's so wonderful. All of you, so nicely you sang the Arati. That's brilliant. So much of energy we can see with the devotees. That's a true love for Krishna, Radha, and Gokulananda. So now we're going to be offering our obeisances to our Guru Parampara. You can see on the top the Guru Parampara over there. So Srila Prabhupada and his Guru. So we're going to be offering obeisances. If you got some space, you can bow down. So it's always good to have the blessings of a Guru before we approach the Lord. Jai Om Vishnupad Paramahamsa Parivrajaka Acharya Stotra Sata Srimati's Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai Om Vishnupad Paramahamsa Parivrajaka Acharya Stotra Sata Srimati's Divine Grace A.C. Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Goswami Maharaj Prabhupada Ki Ananta Koti Vaishnav Vrinda Ki Namacharya Haridas Thakur Ki ISKCON founder Acharya Srila Prabhupada Ki Prem se kaho Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadhara Sri Vasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Ki Shri Shri Radha Krishna Gopa Gopinath Shamakund Radha Kund Giri Govardhan Ki Ganga Mai Yamuna Mai Ki Tulsi Maharani Bhakti Devi Ki Vrindavan Dham Ki Mayapur Dham Ki Jagannath Puri Dham Ki Dwaraka Dham Ki Bhaktivedanta Manor Dham Ki Harinama Sankirtana Ki Gaura Premanande. All glories to the assembled devotees. All glories to the assembled devotees. All glories to the assembled devotees. All glories to Sri Guru and Sri Gauranga. Hare Krishna, everyone. We humbly request everyone to be seated. It is not yet over. We have the Narasimha prayer for the protection of all of us and our children. So please be seated for the Narasimha prayer. The lyrics are there on the TV screen, so we can follow that. Hare Krishna, Prabhu.
Namaste Narasimhaya. Namaste Narasimhaya. Pralada Lada Dayine. Hiranyakashipu Rakshaha. Hiranyakashipu Rakshaha. Shila Tankana Karaye. Shila Tankana Karaye. Ito na shingho para to na shingho. Ito na shingho para to na shingho. Yatoya mitato na shingho. Yatoya nitato na shingho. Pahe na shingho hidaye na shingho. Pahe na shingho hidaye na shingho. Narashim Hamadim Sharanam Papaye. Narashimhamatim Sharanam Prapaye. Tabakama Kamalapare Nakama Puta Shringham Dalita Hiranyakashipu Dano Bringam Keshavadrita Nanahari Rupa Jai Jagadisha Hare Jaya Jagadisha Hare Jaya Jagadisha Hare. Nrsimhadev, Nrsimhadev, Jaya Nrsimhadev. Jaya Prahlad Maharaj, Prahlad Maharaj, Prahlad Maharaj, Jaya Prahlad Maharaj. Nitai Gora Haribo, 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 Nitai Gora Haribo. Jaya Jaya Prabhupada, 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 Jaya Jaya Prabhupada. Go Pemanandi.
Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna everyone. For devotees who have missed the announcement before the Aarti, so I just wanted to mention there is a beautiful festival that's coming up on the March 1st. And so on the March 1st, there's going to be a beautiful festival over here. That's the appearance day of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Over here you can see in the golden colored dhoti. So it is Chaitanya Mahaprabhu who has actually inaugurated the Hare Krishna movement. And it is he who has given us this Hare Krishna Maha Mantra. And it happens to be his appearance day. When we are born, we say birthday. But when the Lord appears, we say appearance day. Right? So it's the appearance day on the 1st of March. So there's going to be a ticket for coming into the temple on that day. So if you're coming on the March 1st, just make sure you get a ticket. You can buy it online on the Krishna Temple website, but it is free for everyone. Anybody can come, absolutely free. It's just that we want to make sure that everybody is having the facility to come into the temple. So on that day, so it is Chaitanya Mahaprabhu who has given us this Hare Krishna Maha Mantra, and it is because of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu instructions that our Srila Prabhupada, you can see out there on the asan, Srila Prabhupada, our Jagat Guru, who actually taken the mission of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, and on the instructions of his Guru, Saraswati Thakur, you can see right from on the top, second from the right, that is Saraswati Thakur, and it is that Guru who has told Srila Prabhupada, you have to go to the Western countries and preach about Krishna. And taking the mission of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Srila Prabhupada went to the US, and in New York he was sitting under a tree and he was chanting the Hare Krishna Maha Mantra. And everybody started gathering, and that's where he started the first temple, Matchless Gifts, and in New York. And from one temple, he went to build on 108 temples all around the world with nothing at all, with no money, nothing. He just started just by the power of the Hare Krishna Maha Mantra. So we all have to understand that this Hare Krishna Maha Mantra is the Nama avatar of Krishna. So when we are saying Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, this is the sound vibration and this is the incarnation of Krishna. So Krishna did not come in the form of Nrsimhadev or Ram avatar, but in Kali Yuga, he came in the form of Nama avatar. So if you are chanting the Hare Krishna Maha Mantra, you are actually praying to an incarnation of Krishna. That is Krishna Bhagavan himself, right? So we all sang this beautiful prayer called Nrsimhadev. You see the picture of there, Bhakta Prahlad and Nrsimhadev. what is one thing we can understand from this beautiful Leela? Bhakta Prahlad was a great devotee of the Lord. But where did he get so much of devotion? Because he was listening about Krishna's katha while he was in the womb of his mother. And who was giving this katha? Narada Muni. And do you know who is Narada Muni over here in this? Any guess? To the last, to the right? Excellent. So for the devotees who never had a chance to know the Panchatattva, they call it as Panchatattva. Pancha means 5, Tattva means absolute truth. So this is Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, who's Krishna Bhagavan himself. On the left hand side, Nityananda, who's Lord Balaram, again came in the form of Nityananda. Extremely light, Advaita Acharya, who's a combination of Sadashiva and Mahavishnu. And it is Advaita Acharya who prayed to Krishna, please come in Kali Yuga and deliver the fallen souls. And that's why Krishna came in the form of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. And the second from the right is Gadadhar Pandit, who's none other than Radharani. And the extremely right, as you all correctly said, it is Narad Muni. And his name is called as Srivasa Pandit. And it was in Narad Muni's house for the first time the Kirtan was done. In the Hare Krishna Mahamantra Kirtan. So we are all very, very fortunate that we have come into this moment over here and we are experiencing this. So this Panchatattva, they are the ones who are giving us this Hare Krishna Mahamantra. And our mantra, this Hare Krishna Mahamantra chanting will be very, very successful if you take the mercy and the blessings of Panchatattva. That is the reason before we start chanting the Hare Krishna Mahamantra, we always say Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadhara Sri Vasadi Gaur Bhaktivedanta. Then we start chanting Hare Krishna, so that we get the blessings. Because sometimes when we do the mantra, we may do some offenses, right? Sometimes we may do some offenses, just innocently. So the Panchatattva will protect so that you'll have no impact of the offenses, right? So very important, what we can learn from Narasimhadev and the Bhakta Prahlad story is, the Bhakta Prahlad, he was a devotee of the Lord who had been given instructions by Narada Muni in the womb of his mother. Once he heard about Krishna Katha, he became such a great devotee. Right? Sometimes people ask, what do we get by listening to Krishna Katha? Right? Do you want to know what do you get by listening to Krishna Katha? Krishna gives you the highest benediction in Bhagavad Gita. Krishna himself is telling in Bhagavad Gita that those devotees who are listening to Krishna Katha, Janma karma cha me divyam evam yo veti takrutaha chakta deham punarjanma naiti mameti. So Arjuna, Krishna is telling that those devotees who are listening to Krishna Katha or Bhagavad Gita or Bhagavatam, such kind of devotees towards the end of their life, they will not come back again to this material world, but they will go back to the supreme planet of Krishna, which is called as Krishna Loka. Imagine such a great benediction that Krishna is giving all of us. So we have to take advantage of this Krishna Katha, just like how Narada Muni has instructed Bhakta Prahlad. Bhakta Prahlad also has given us this message. What are the 9 forms of bhakti? Shravanam, Kirtanam, Vishnu Smaranam. These things are all important. The most important thing in bhakti life is Shravanam and Kirtanam. Shravanam is hearing the holy name and Kirtanam is actually chanting the holy name. So one of the important message that Krishna gives in Bhagavad Gita, which we can learn from Bhakta Prahlad. You know what that sloka is? Krishna tells in Bhagavad Gita, Matra sparsas tu kaunteya, shitosna sukha dukkada, agama payino nityas, tam titiksasva bharata. So this is one thing which we can learn from Bhakta Prahlad. What does that sloka say? Krishna is saying, Arjuna, this temporary appearance of happiness and distress, all of us believe there is always happiness and there is always distress also. Can anyone say that there is only happiness in the world? No, right? There is also so much of anxiety and distress, right? Can anyone say that it's only hot? There's also cold, right? So Bhagavan Sri Krishna is saying, Matra sparsas tu kaunteya, which means, Arjuna, this temporary appearance of sometimes this happiness and distress and heat and cold, they are just like summer and winter season, Arjuna. They come and go, right? Are we not all experiencing this? We have winter, and next there's going to be spring, next there's going to be summer, and again autumn, and again winter. We are seeing all the seasons, right? But all of these, we know that they're all temporary, right? For a few months, if you're able to tolerate, next a nice spring will come up. So like that, Bhagavan Sri Krishna is giving us this instruction in Bhagavad Gita that learn to tolerate this temporary happiness and distress. They come and go, Arjuna. You should not get affected by that. Most important thing is that you have to do your dharma, right? whatever dharma that we came into this material world, taking care of our parents, taking care of our family, taking care of our responsibility towards the society, we all have two dharmas, Swadharma and Sanatan Dharma as well, right? And apart from all the duties that we have in this material world, Krishna is never saying, run away from your family or don't take your share of general. Krishna never says that. He says, do what all you have to do. But at the same time, you also have another important dharma. That dharma is to always worship Bhagavan Sri Krishna. So Sri Krishna's message from Bhagavad Gita is, Tasmat sarveshu kaleshu mam anusmara yudhyacha mai arpito mano buddhi mam ivaisisiyamsa. Krishna is saying, Arjuna, don't forget that I am there for you. Always think of me in the form of Krishna. And at the same time, carry on doing what you're doing. So Krishna's message is telling all of us, you don't need to become a sannyasi, you don't need to become a monk or anything. What is important is that whichever situation, whether you're a grihastha or brahmachari or vanasprata, anything, whatever situation you are, you can think of me all the time and carry on doing whatever you're doing. So Arjuna was not a saint, right? Why was Bhagavad Gita spoken to Arjuna? Was he a saint? No. Was he any, like sannyasi or something? No. He was a married man, right? And he was a Kshatriya, he was a warrior. And such kind of a warrior, Bhagavan Sri Krishna says, like always think of me and carry on, you're doing your duty. So Krishna's message in Bhagavad Gita is, do everything but be conscious of me. Do everything as an offering to me. So Krishna gives us a simple formula in this material world, how to do work out your karma. Because all of us know about karma, right? If anybody is suffering, we say it because it's bad karma. If somebody is enjoying, it's a beautiful life, Range Rover, multiplex house, everything, and then you say it's good karma, right? We all know that. So Bhagavan Sri Krishna is telling us in Bhagavad Gita how to spiritualize your day-to-day life. He's telling us how to spiritualize your day-to-day. What is he saying? Yad karosi yad asnasi yad juhosi dadasi yad tapasyasi kaunteya tad kurusva mad arpanam. Krishna is saying, if you want to eat, have a nice ice cream, no problem. But just think of me and eat ice cream. Offer it to Krishna and say Krishna Arpanam, Om Radha Krishna Arpanam, and then have the ice cream. So what Krishna does, when you offer everything to Krishna, Krishna will bless it and will make it as completely prasadam for you. He will make it karma-free food for you. So in that way, Krishna is saying, Yat karosi yad dasni. Whatever you do in your life, happily you only enjoy it, but offer it to me and enjoy it. Right? If you're eating food, if you're eating a nice biryani or something like that, a nice vegetable biryani, just offer it to Krishna and say Krishna Arpanam and then eat it. Then that becomes your prasadam. If you're buying a nice house, buy a nice house but make a nice divine space for Krishna, and that your house will become a mandir. Right? Devalayam it will become. Like that, if you want to do charity, Krishna says, be very careful when you do charity. Let's say there is some drunkard on the main road and you think, oh, he's just like, he's going off like this. And you think, okay, let me help him. And if you give money, and if that person takes your money, and if he's getting drunk and he spoils his health, all the bad karma will come to you. So even the charity that you do should be in three modes. It is in three modes. Mode of goodness, mode of passion, and mode of ignorance. If you are giving it to a drunkard money and if he spoils his health, that is charity in the mode of ignorance. Right? Because out of ignorance you are doing. But Krishna says, whatever you do, you should do it in the mode of goodness. Right? So even charity, he says, Datavyam iti yaddanam diyate nupakarane deshakale cha pratyecha taddanam satvikam smrutam. He says that danam, if you want to do charity, that charity you should think very well. You should give it in a nice place like a temple for a righty cause, for helping the temple, for a good reason, and to the right person. And when you do that, when you do it in the right place and for the right person, for the right cause, at the right time, that is charity in the mode of goodness. So we should always keep in mind, Bhagavad Gita is opening our eyes and telling us that whatever you do in your life, do it in Sattva Guna and do it always thinking about me. And what is Krishna's final message from Bhagavad Gita? Krishna is giving you one beautiful assurance. Don't worry when I'm here. So what is his message in Bhagavad Gita? Sarva dharman parityajya mam ekam saranam vraja aham tvam sarva papebhyo mokshayisyami ma sucha. Krishna is saying you are suffering in this material world because of so many sinful bad karmas you must have done from so many lives. You are suffering in this material world, but you take to surrender to me. Surrender to me and I will protect you from all your sinful reactions. So whatever you're suffering in your life, Krishna is saying, I will protect you. You just have to take my protection. So the best way to surrender, how do you surrender to Krishna? Krishna says you can surrender in 4 different ways. Manmana bhava madbhakta majjaji mam namaskuru mam evaisasi yuktvaivam atmanam matparayana. Krishna says there are 4 things you can do as part of the surrender. Engage your mind always in thinking of Krishna. How can you engage your mind thinking of Krishna? You all know that we all have this. What do we have? Do you seen this? Have you ever seen this? What is this? This is a chanting bag, right? What is there inside the chanting bag? We have the chanting beads. So how to think of Krishna? Early in the morning, sit in front of Krishna and chant Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram. In this way, this is the best way you can think of Krishna all the time. Whenever you get time, just sit in front of Krishna, or even you're traveling, you can sit in your car and you can be still chanting, right? So he says, engage your mind thinking of me, become my devotee. How can you become a devotee of Krishna? By reading Bhagavad Gita, by reading Bhagavatam and everything, right? And third thing, offer your obeisances when you see Krishna. And fourth thing, always worship me. How to worship? We have done that in the beginning. Just offer some fruits or flowers to Krishna, and Krishna says, I will happily accept it. So we want to give you this message from Bhagavad Gita. We want to thank you for giving your association. And very nicely you all sang the Aarti as well. So please, our humble request is, please chant the Hare Krishna Maha Mantra. This will give you the ultimate protection and they will awaken the Krishna Prema for all of you. And just early in the morning when you wake up, just offer some flowers or fruits to Krishna. And Krishna says, I will happily accept that. So this is the message we want to give you. So we will continue with the Kirtan. So you have nice children also here in the Kirtan. The best gift we can give our children is the Hare Krishna Maha Mantra and Krishna consciousness. When you become Krishna conscious, you will be able to face all difficulties in your life by the grace of Krishna. Because Krishna Bhagavan is telling in Bhagavad Gita, Mat chitta sarva durgani mat prasada tarisyasi ata chetva mahankara nasroshasi vinakshasi. Krishna says, Arjuna, if you become conscious of me, then all your difficulties, you will be able to pass over all the difficulties. But if you don't hear me, and if you're only listening to your own ego, then you will be lost and you will have to suffer. So we want to take this message and let's do the Kirtan so that we can become conscious of Krishna and we can give it to our next children. They're beautiful children over here. Maybe they need to get some tambourine as well. So nicely they can also take part in the Kirtan. Are you ready for the Kirtan? So let's do that. And this is the best gift. Let's give to our children. Let's encourage our children to take part in the Krishna consciousness and chanting of the Hare Krishna Maha Mantra. Please join us for the Kirtan. Hare Krishna. Prabhu, want to do? Hare Krishna. She sings the nice Kirtan. You can sing? Oh yeah. You want to sing? Come. So we want to give a chance for the little one to, what's your name? Madhud Leela. Okay. Very nice. Come Madhu here. Come here. So she's going to sing the Kirtan. So is it Hare Krishna Manor?
She knows all about it.
Yeah. Let's go ahead.
Hare Krishna.
Amazing. Yeah, go ahead. Shall we just remove the knobs? Okay, go ahead. Yeah.
Rama
Madhuri Leela Keeps. Let's give a big round of applause for Madhuri Leela. It's so amazing, isn't it? Even now, when we have to sing in front of so many people, even at this age, we feel sometimes we get a little bit of. But how confidently she's trying to sing, right? And the beautiful tunes. The tunes are also so nice because the beauty about Hare Krishna Mahamantra is there's so many hundreds of melodies, different tunes with the same Hare Krishna, and each of these tunes are so beautiful that hours and hours you can listen and you can still be relishing more and more. Why? Because that's the power of the Hare Krishna Mahamantra. See, if you sing any songs, after some time you get fed up, right? You want to just change it. But Hare Krishna Mahamantra is that the beauty of the Hare Krishna Mahamantra is you can go on and on and on and still it is melodious. Many times during the festivals we have 24 hours kirtans happening, 24 hours by different singers, and each singer comes up with different melodies, but all of them March 3rd? So March 3rd, right Prabhuji? March 3rd there's going to be a 24-hour Kirtan as well happening. And why? This is on the occasion of Gaura Purnima. So as you all know, 1st of March there is a festival in the temple on the occasion of appearance of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, whom you can see over here in this picture in the middle, golden colored dhoti. That is Bhagavan Sri Krishna himself, who came in the avatar of a devotee called Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. And this March 1st we are celebrating his appearance day. Normally when we are born we say birthday, but when the Lord appears we say appearance day. So on that day there's going to be like festivals and lot of kirtan and beautiful, wonderful prasadam, delicious Mahaprasadam. So if you have time on the March 1st, please do come to the mandir. This is your mandir. This is the place which has been given by Srila Prabhupada for all of us, so that all of us, we can come together and enjoy the satsang of this wonderful kirtan. What is ISKCON? What does ISKCON mean? International Society of Krishna Consciousness. That means this is a society for all of us. Prabhupada started this society so that all of us can, wherever we are, whichever part of the world, we can come together. This is like United Nations. You know, people from all the nations, they can come together and glorify the Lord. So this is a great opportunity and a great platform that has been given for all of us by Srila Prabhupada, so that we can all enjoy the kirtan that even the children see how beautiful this little girl Madhulila has sang. That's because we can learn that there is no age limit for bhakti. Dhruva Maharaj was a small child. Bhakta Prahlad was a small child, right? And both of them, for them, the Lord directly appeared in front of them. Narasimhadev appeared in front of Bhakta Prahlad, right? And similarly, the Lord, Supreme Lord Krishna appeared in front of Dhruva Maharaj. Small boys. So it shows that we can all attend. We are never too late. In fact, the best thing that we can give to our children is about bhakti. Because once they get Krishna consciousness, once they take to the chanting of the holy name, they will get all the wonderful qualities in them. And they will have so much of a wonderful, they'll become your best children ever because they take to Krishna Bhakti. So this is the best medicine that we can give for our children. So we will continue the Kirtan, but the only thing is, my request is, please take part in the Kirtan. You know, it's not about how good we are singing at all, because we are just glorifying Radha and Krishna. And when Radha Gokulananda are pleased, automatically we'll all be happy, because Krishna is called as Rishikesha, the master of all our senses. So if the master is happy, then automatically our senses become happy, right? So on that condition and on that note, let's do some bit of Kirtan as well. Prabhu, Kartal. And if you have tambourines or anything, or if you don't have anything also, you can use your hands to clap, so that we can all do some more Kirtan. Here. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, everyone. That was wonderful. Thank you for taking part in the Aarti and in the Sankirtan. Because this Sankirtan is so important. Because in Kali Yuga, it is mentioned that this is the best way to attain Krishna Prema. This is the best way to keep away all your mental anxieties away. You know, you like they say, an apple a day keeps the doctor away. Like that, a kirtan away, they keeps the Maya away. So this is the best way to engage. And you can see, like, you know, whenever we're chanting the Hare Krishna Mahantra, because this mantra, this Maha Mantra is directly coming from the spiritual world. Like, you know, sometimes when we get some things like really special, they say that, you know, where did this come from? They say like this has come from Brazil or this come from US, you know, some imported things. Like that, this Hare Krishna Maha Mantra is directly coming from the spiritual world, from the Golok of Vrindavan. That is the reason why when we chanting this Hare Krishna Maha Mantra, you feel so peaceful, isn't it? Does everyone feel peaceful of hearing this Hare Krishna Maha Mantra? It's not about me singing. The mantra itself is like that, you know. Anybody. And you know the best way, Krishna says in Bhagavad Gita, engage your mind always in thinking of me. And the best way to think of Krishna all the time is just learn one nice Hare Krishna tune and keep humming it whenever you have time. You know, sometimes when we like some movie songs, we keep humming them, right? Unconsciously, we keep humming those songs. So like that, if we can take to this Hare Krishna, just one tune. There's so many beautiful tunes of Hare Krishna Mahamantra. So many different melodies of Hare Krishna Mahamantra. But even if you take one Hare Krishna Mahamantra and just keep humming it whenever you have time, that's the best way of thinking of Krishna. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. If you just get used to that, and whenever you have, if I'm washing my dishes also, I can sing, isn't it? Does anyone stop me from, you know, singing when I'm washing my dishes? Or even doing anything at all. When I'm driving, can we not sing a song of Hare Krishna Mahamantra? We can sing anytime, isn't it? And Bhagavan Sri Krishna is telling us, he's telling Narada Muni, Naham tistami vaikunta yoginam hrideshita chata tistami narada yatra gayantri madbhaktaha. Which means Krishna is telling Narada Muni, Narada, I just don't reside in the Vaikunta. I'm not only in the Vaikunta. I'm not only in the hearts of the yogis who are looking for mystical powers, but wherever my devotees are chanting the Hare Krishna Mahamantra, that is where I am present. So when we are all chanting the Hare Krishna Mahamantra, we should have the faith that Krishna is right here with us. And here we have the beautiful deities of Radha Gokulam. Look at how beautiful they are looking, right? Many times we don't know how to, sometimes we wonder like what it should be that we should pray in front of the deities. But actually there are three things we have to do when we come in front of the deities. One is we have to glorify Radha and Krishna. You're looking so beautiful today. Look at how beautiful the ornaments are. Look at the beautiful colors. One, we glorify the Lord, right? And second thing is, we ask for forgiveness. We have done so many mistakes, so many things unknowingly we would have done something. Please, Radha and Krishna, so sorry if you have done any mistakes. You know, this is the time we are coming in front of and just asking for forgiveness. And Krishna, throughout Krishna Katha, we can see that no matter how bad, no matter whatever you've done, when we come in front of Krishna and ask for their forgiveness, no matter how bad the mistake is, Krishna says, I will take care, don't worry. Right? Because in fact, the very last word in Bhagavad Gita, Krishna says, Sarva dharman parityajya mam ekam saranam vraja aham tam sarva papebhyo mokshisyami ma sucha. Arjuna, don't worry at all. Whatever your rituals are doing, just leave all the rituals, just surrender unto me. And whatever mistakes you've done, any sinful reactions, I will protect you. Don't worry about any of these things, because I will give you my protection. Right? Just like the way he protected Arjuna, right? On the battlefield of Kurukshetra, even though Arjuna was there, Krishna was next to him. So that is why Sanjaya, what did he say? Yatra Yogeshwara Krishna Yatra Pardo Danurdaraha Tatra Shri Vijayabhuti Dhruvam Nithrimadhyama. Wherever there is a devotee like Arjuna, like all of you are devotees, right? Wherever there is a devotee of Krishna like Arjuna, and wherever there is Bhagavan Sri Krishna, there is only going to be victory. So if we keep Krishna with us all the time, we will always be victorious. So first thing, we should glorify. Second thing, we should ask for forgiveness. And third thing is, we should ask for gratitude. You know, we have so many things Krishna has given us. Yesterday was the last day for so many people, but today morning we woke up and we are hale and healthy. We should thank Krishna for that. Krishna, you've given us a beautiful family. You've given us a nice job. You've given us so many things. You're living a comfortable life. For so many people, it's a dream. The life that you're living is a dream for so many people. But I am living this life. Thank you so much, Krishna. That gratitude, instead of attitude, our gratitude should be prayer of gratitude. Thank you for everything. When we are in that mood of prayer, then Krishna will shower all the blessings. Will keep us completely safe in this Hare Krishna Mahamantra. So this Hare Krishna Mahamantra is like gives all the kind of spiritual benediction. Nama Chintamani Krishna Chaitanya Rasa Vigraha Purna Siddho Nityamutto Abhinatvam Naminamine. This Hare Krishna Mahamantra is like a wish fulfilling tree. You know, like how nice if you have a wish fulfilling tree, right? So it is a Nama Chintamani. It's like a wish fulfilling tree, right? And it is that completely spiritual, without any touch of material contamination at all, and it's directly coming from the Krishna Loka, and there is no difference. Abhinatvam Naminamin. There is no difference between seeing Krishna on the altar and chanting the Hare Krishna Mahamantra. It's just one and the same. So never think that you are away from Krishna and only if you go to the mandir, then only you see Krishna. That is not right at all. Wherever you are, if you are sitting in front of Krishna and taking your chanting beer and chanting Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, you are immediately with Krishna. There is no difference. That is why Kalikale Nama Rupa Krishna Avatar, which means Bhagavan Sri Krishna in Kali Yuga came in the form of the Hare Krishna Mahamantra. This is the Nama Avatar of Krishna. So we should always have that realization that this is Krishna. So if you are chanting the Hare Krishna Mahamantra or singing the nice Hare Krishna, if you're singing, immediately Krishna with you. Right? So that's the message you want to give. We have another 10 minutes and Guruji, Prabhuji is going to give you a wonderful Bhagavad Gita. You want to sing? We got another singer here, very nice. We have another beautiful small child, and now Mataji is going to be singing as well. So we got a nice flavor of different tunes, you know, because that's what you can see in the Hare Krishna Mandir. So many different tunes. So let's do that, Mataji. Come and do this. You want to do it on the? You want to do the harmonium? Want to do it on the harmonium? Go ahead. So let's support your name. Radhika Priya. Let's support Radhika Priya Mataji, and let's do the kirtan for the next 10 minutes, and then after that at 6 o'clock there's going to be a Bhagavad Gita class.
Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shiv Sari Gaura Bhaktivedanta. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Ram Lakshman Hanuman. Jai Gaura Premanande.
So wonderful. Let's give a big round of applause. Very nice. Mataji, having known, we would have given much. Very nice. Excellent. Hare Krishna, everyone. We are so blessed here in the mandir, isn't it? We had the Kirtan now. Now we're going to have Bhagavad Gita as well to give us all the messages from Bhagavan Sri Krishna. So we are very fortunate here. So Prabhuji is ready here. So we're going to be facing this side. You have to face me like how we are. I'm sitting just opposite so that we can all face the class. We have attended school, we have attended colleges, but this is the place where we get the actual spiritual knowledge, spiritual education. So, Hare Krishna, Mataji.
You want the harmonium?
We from that time, so
You can see the height and
yeah. Hare Krishna. Yeah, I think it should be okay. Hare Krishna, everyone. I should probably go a little further away. Let's see. Hare Krishna. I'm sure you can be more enthusiastic than that. Hare Krishna. Thank you so much for coming in. So welcome to the Gita class and to the manor. So every day we have in the evening Bhagavad Gita. So while we come to the temple, we do worship the Lord and see the beauty. We also do acquire knowledge, and that comes through the wisdom of what Krishna spoke to Arjuna around 5,000 years ago. So every time we do a particular verse, and today we're going to explore the topic of spiritual knowledge and how does it really impact us? How do we really learn? And of course, love, because today is Happy Valentine's Day. Love is something that we all aspire for. So we're going to talk a little bit about spiritual love or bhakti. And how spiritual knowledge can help you get that. So the way the format of this class is going to be, we will do a short kirtan, and we will begin with Jai Radha Madhav. Does anybody know the Jai Radha Madhav? So you can accompany me, otherwise that's fine. And then we will read the Sanskrit sloka, and we'll also recite in English as well. And then we'll have a discussion on some of the key topics. And the best way to have any of these classes is to make it as interactive as possible. So I will ask you a few questions. No pressure, feel free to share because that's how we learn, don't we? So how do we acquire new knowledge? Not just by keeping quiet, by listening and by asking questions. So let me invite you all to close your eyes. By the way, is anybody coming to the manor for the first time? All right, okay, that's wonderful. So where are you all coming from? Harrow, okay. Okay, and yourself? Kenton, okay, fine. So I'm very glad that you're here, and I hope you're really having a good experience. So you can close your eyes because a lot of the and you can just like take in this kirtan. It's Prabhupada's favorite kirtan, and it's sung in every temple. And if you do know the words, then please do join me. Jaya Radha Madhava Jaya Kunja Bihari Jaya Radha Madhava Jaya Kunja Bihari Jaya Radha Madhava Jaya Kunja Bihari. Jaya Gopi Jana Vallabha Jaya Girivaradhari Jaya Girivaradhari Jaya Gopi Jana Vallabha Jaya Girivaradhari Jaya Girivaradhari Jaya Gopi Jana Vallabha Jaya Girivaradhari Jaya Girivaradhari Jaya Girivaradhari Jaya Girivaradhari Yashodanandana Brajajanaranjana Yashodanandana Brajajanaranjana Yashodanandana Brajajanaranjana Yashodanandana Yamuna Tira Vanachari Yamuna Tira Vanachari Yamuna Tira Vanachari Jaya Radha Madhava Jaya Kunja Bihari Jaya Radha Madhava Jaya Kunja Bihari Jaya Gopi Jana Vallabha Jaya Girivaradhari Jaya Girivaradhari Jaya Gopi Jana Vallabha Jaya Girivaradhari Jaya Girivaradhari Yashodanandana Brajajanaranjana Yashodanandana Brajajanaranjana Yamuna Tira Vanachari Yamuna Tira Vanachari Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Jaya Radha Gokulananda Radha Gokula Nanda Shri Radhe. Jaya Sita Ram Lakshman Hanuman. Jaya Sita Ram Lakshman Hanuman. Prabhupada, 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 Jaya Jaya Prabhupada. Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hita Gora Hari Bol. Radha Gokulanand Bhagwan ki, Sita Ram Lakshman Hanuman ji ki, Prabhupada ki, Hari Hari Bol, Hare Krishna. Thank you all so much for joining me. I know that some of you were at least trying, although you may probably be hearing it for the first time. So before we come to the verse, what we do is we do the invocation, which I'm sure is invocation prayer is something that you have definitely heard before. So please do join me. And then we do what's called the Mangala Charan. The Mangala Charan is a recitation, and it's a good way. So whenever we start a class, it's a good way to pay our obeisances to the Vaishnavas, and it's a way of offering up prayers to the Lords and the Vaishnavas. So the invocation prayer you can join, and then the Mangala Charan you can just close your eyes and listen. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Mangala Charan. Om Ajnanatimirandasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshur Unmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Shri Chaitanya Manobishtam Stapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamahyam Dadati Swapadantikam Vandeham Shri Guru Shri Yuta Padakamalam Shri Gurum Vaishnavamscha Shri Rupam Sagrajatam Sahagana Raghunatanvitam Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadutam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padan Sahagana Lalita Shri Vishakamvitamscha He Krishna Karuna Sindhu Deenabandhu Jagatpate Gopesha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namostute Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vrishabhanu Sute Devi Pranamami Hari Priye Vanchakalpatarubhyascha Kripa Sindhubhya Evacha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha Nama Om Vishnupadaya Krishna Prasthaya Bhutale Srimate Bhaktivedanta Swamin Iti Namine Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Pashyata Deshatarine Jaya Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadara Shivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. So thank you so much for joining. For those of you who had just come, this is the Bhagavad Gita class, and we are in today we are going to be looking at chapter 4, verse 42. How many of us have read the Gita or are reading the Gita? Can I have a show of hands? Okay, so how often do you read?
Every day one verse.
Every day one verse? That's amazing. So which verse are you on right now?
I don't know the thing, but I have this app. I go and I read. It comes up every day. One of the verses of Lord Krishna.
Okay, and this is an excellent use of technology, because while we say that technology is an evil, Prabhuji is using it, for a good cause, which is using an app to read. Thank you so much. Anyone else? All right. Okay. So the Gita was spoken by Krishna to Arjuna 5,000 years ago, and this is the battle of the Kurukshetra, and you have the mighty Kauravas and the Pandavas on one, the armies on this side, and this is in North India. So try to think of moving yourself and imagining how the world would have been. And this is supposed to be the greatest battle ever fought at that point of time, and the armies are raring to go. And then the greatest warrior Arjuna, he has got this doubt. He says, I see in front of me my cousins, I see my, I see my teacher, Dronacharya, I see Bhishma Pitamaha, my grandfather. What is the point of this war? I mean, how can I fight, my relatives, how can I even kill them? And it's very violent. I mean, how can I really do this? And as a warrior, Arjuna had a lot of this self-doubt, and that's how this entire conversation of the Gita really happens. So it's quite interesting for us to imagine two armies are raring to fight, and then the Bhagavad Gita, which is said to have taken about 20 minutes. To really go through, and then of course we know what happened after that. So at the start of the Gita, Arjuna has a lot of doubt, and if you think of even ourselves today, we are nowhere as exalted as Arjuna, but we have a lot of doubts in everything that we do. So today we are going to talk a little bit about doubt. We are going to talk about spiritual knowledge, and we're also going to talk about how avidya, or what are the reactions of avidya, which is ignorance, and what is the benefit of acquiring spiritual knowledge, which leads you to what? Okay, so so we are in chapter 4. So Gita has got 18 chapters, and the first 6 chapters looks at karma yoga. So karma yoga is. Can somebody take a guess? What is karma yoga? What do you think? What do you understand by karma?
What you do.
It's what you do. It's
good,
what, yeah.
Good, bad.
Yeah, it's the good, bad, and the ugly. So everything. So it's it's all your duties, everything that you do. So you have, you could have a duty towards your husband or a wife. You could have a duty towards your children, towards your parents, towards colleagues, towards your manager, towards society. So you have lots of duties that you fulfill. And then that's what Karma Yoga is all about. But it also says that Karma Yoga it's just not about that, but it's about doing righteous activities. So then the next 6 chapters speaks about Bhakti Yoga. And then the next 6 chapters speaks about Jnana Yoga, which is the yoga of knowledge. So in chapter 4, Krishna speaks about transcendental knowledge. So we are going to explore this, and this is the last verse. And we'll read the verse, and I will read it in Sanskrit, and please repeat after me. And then we'll also go word by word translation of each of the words. Then we read the translation, and then we will have a discussion. Okay? Tasmad jnana sambhutam hristam jnanasinatmanaha Chitvayam samshayam yogam Atishto tishta bharata. We'll do this one more time. Tasmad jnana sambhutam hristam jnanasinatmanaha Chitvainam samshayam yogam Atishto tishta bharata. The third time I'll read the full one, so you can just listen. Tasmad jnana sambhutam hristam jnana sinatmanah chitvainam samshayam yogam atishto tishta bharata. So now we'll read the word by word translation, so please do join me. Tasmad, therefore, ajnana sambhutam, born of ignorance, hridstam, situated in the heart, jnana, of knowledge, asina, by the weapon, atmanaha, of the self, chitva, cutting off, emam, this, samshayam, doubt, yogam, in yoga, anishta, be situated, uttishta, stand up to fight, bharata, O descendant of Bharata. And I'll read the translation. Therefore, the doubts which have arisen in your heart and out of ignorance should be slashed by the weapon of knowledge. Armed with yoga, O Bharata, stand and fight. I repeat this one more time. Therefore, the doubts which have arisen in your heart out of ignorance should be slashed by the weapon of knowledge. Armed with yoga, O Bharata, stand and fight. Because there is a reference to doubt, there is a reference to the previous verse. I'm just going to read the translation of that so you can understand the context. So in the previous verse, what Krishna has said, that one who acts in devotional service, renouncing the fruits of his action and whose doubts have been destroyed by transcendental knowledge, is situated factually in the self. Thus, he is not bound by the reactions of work, O conqueror of riches. So, what is the yoga? So, Krishna here speaks about armed with yoga, stand and fight. So, what yoga is he referring to here? Any guesses? He's referring to the Sanatana Yoga. And what is Sanatana Yoga? Would anybody like to take a guess? Hello there. What does Sanatana mean to you? Swadharam. So Krishna in chapter 2, he speaks about two types of activities and duties that we have. One is the Swadharma, which is all the material duties that we do in this world. That's towards our parents, towards our children, and towards our spouses. And then there is Sanatana Dharma, which is spiritual activities. So, and here we are really going to be speaking about spiritual activities. So, and so what Krishna says is that armed with yoga, stand and fight. Now, one thing that I would like to highlight here is Krishna, when he's speaking about stand up and fight, yes, of course, we can do it in the literal context because there is a war that's going on. But there is also, in this particular verse, he's also speaking about inner war. So what is the inner war that's going on in our hearts, in our minds? Doubt, of course, indeed. So there is a lot of doubts that you have in your mind. So how many of us think had a doubt during the day today? Please raise your hands. Okay. So one of the doubts that I had was, am I going to be coming to the manor on time for the class? Because I mean there was some traffic on the M1. So I had that doubt in my mind. Unfortunately, I was able to come on time. And similarly, all of us have these doubts. And what Krishna says is that stand up and fight means that you have to really start with clearing up your inner war. And let's take the example of sports. How many of us watch or play cricket or tennis or football? Okay. So how many of us have also heard that coaches, when you do coaching of the cricketers, have you heard this thing that it's all about the mental game? Yes. Of course, chess is a mental game because you do have to apply your strategy. But then when you have things like cricket, when you have football, even then it's actually they talk of it being a mental game, isn't it? So that is a saying that goes. It's it was said by one of the gurus. They say that outer performance is dependent on inner confidence. Yeah. So when we become fearless, when we have a strategy in place, then we can actually perform outside very well. Because if we have doubts within, then how are we really going to respond? For example, if I have doubts about, say, teaching something, then I can't actually even, teach anyone else. I can't teach my, son, how to drive if I don't know driving myself, isn't it? So then, so what Krishna says here is that use that yoga to, armed with that yoga, stand and fight, and fight the doubt in your heart. So let me ask you a question. So here Krishna speaks about ignorance. So I want to talk. I want to really discuss a little bit about ignorance, or we can also call it avidya. Vidya is study, Vidya is knowledge or studies, thank you. And then what is ignorance then? Avidya. Okay, so now let's take an example. Now suppose you're looking at avidya, and I want to talk a little bit about what happens when we have avidya. So when we have ignorance, then what happens? What really happens in our heart when we have this ignorance, of when we are not knowledgeable? What do we do? Anxious. We are anxious. So there is a particular seed that gets created in our heart, and there is a seed of desire. And that desire is actually that it's a desire to commit an act which is probably a sin. And I'll take an example after I finish this. And then what you do is, once you have the desire in your heart, which comes out of this lack of knowledge, then you perform the act. And then you perform the sin. Hello. And when you perform the sin, what happens? What happens when you do a bad karma? You feel a sense of guilt, but then you also get a reaction. Because it's like, the law of physics, every action has got a reaction, so which is applicable here as well. So that action is going to create a reaction, and there is a subtle reaction, and there is a gross reaction, which I'll talk about. And that gross reaction is what we experience as suffering. And I'll just take an example. Suppose we have a thief, and I'm not saying that any of us are a thief. So let's say that there is a thief, and then he knows that thieving is bad. So, but he's still acting on ignorance. So he's got this ignorance that that thieving is not good for him. And so what he does is he decides to. He's got this desire, and then he wants to go to a particular shop and lift something. So, and then when nobody's watching, he just picks up, maybe a packet of biscuits as an example, and then he just puts it in his in his pocket, and then he goes out of the shop, and nobody really watches him. So, but has nobody watched him? Somebody has watched, right? Somebody has watched, because none of our actions are really something that's completely unseen, because there is someone who's really seeing. And who's that someone? God, yes. So God is definitely seeing. And what's going to happen to this thief? Sorry? Yeah. So there is a karma. So there is going to be some reaction that can happen. That reaction may not happen immediately, but it could happen at some point. And in some cases, when the act is very, very serious or severe, then it could happen after a different life, in a different lifetime as well. So can you see how this is all going? So when you're acting out of ignorance, when you have the seed of desire to do an act which is not a good act, then you end up actually suffering. And that suffering may not happen immediately, but then that suffering happens at some point of time. And is that a good place to be in? But why do we do this all the time? Why do we continue to do things which we know is not right? And that could be getting anxious. It could be shouting at someone. It could be feeling fearful about something. It would be about losing your faith in Krishna. Why do we do all of this? Yeah, because the mind makes you do that, and the mind does that because you don't have the intelligence and you don't have the knowledge that allows you to see things from a practical perspective. So, if, for example, the thief says, or even an alcoholic, so an alcoholic knows inherently that it's wrong to drink too much of alcohol, but when he sees a bottle, he still goes for that. So, why is he going for that? And the first step for him to do is, I know that drinking is not good for me, and then that's the first step. And then what he has to do is to use his intelligence to say, you know what, I'm drinking this, but what I'm doing is I'm just getting very temporary pleasure. I'm probably getting a high or whatever it is that he gets out of drinking alcohol. But then when he wakes up the next day, what happens? He gets like this hangover, right? So it's a very temporary thing. It's a very temporary happiness that he gets. But then he realizes that there is a reaction to it. And so if he tells his intelligence that, why should I get into this? Because it's very difficult for me to... because when I wake up in the morning, I get this splitting headache, and my day starts late. I'm not, and my entire day, looks like it's not really feeling good. So he goes into this spiral. But instead of that, if he uses his intelligence, which is through spiritual intelligence, and says, you know what, I'm a soul. I know I'm eternal, I'm a spiritual being, but I know that when I'm doing this, it's not really good for me. And so what he does is, this vicious circle, he's trying to make a change. And that change really comes through that spiritual knowledge that he's getting. So that's really what Krishna is saying here. The weapon of knowledge can be really, really powerful, because what it can help you to do is to really help you to make the right choices in your life. So we spoke about avidya, and then now what the reaction could be. So now let's look at spiritual knowledge. Suppose you have knowledge, and suppose you have spiritual knowledge, which is the wisdom that you get out of Gita and through Vedic scriptures. So you still have a desire. But what is that desire going to help you do? To please Krishna. Then what you're going to start doing is you're going to slowly, you're going to continue to have the desire, but then you're going to have the desire to please Krishna in some way or the other, to please God or to come closer to God. So then what are your actions? When you have the desire, what do? Offer to Krishna anything that you do. You could come to the temple, for example, and look at the beautiful gods here. And what you're doing is you're actually making a sacrifice. And that's what Krishna says. And I'm just going to read out what Prabhupada has said as Krishna consciousness. So Krishna consciousness, so when we have spiritual knowledge, Krishna consciousness is awakened, and you can give different kinds of sacrifices. So now the fact that you have come here means that some of you have traveled quite far to come to the manor. So how many of us live close to the manor? Show of hands. Prabhuji, where do you live?
2 miles from here.
Okay, 2 miles. Okay, you're very lucky, Prabhuji. How many of us have driven at least 10 miles to come here? 20 miles? Right. Okay. So what you all have done is that you are sacrificing your time, and with the purpose of actually coming to the manor, paying your respects, and seeking blessings from the lordships, and that's a sacrifice that you're making. So, and that sacrifice you're making because you have this desire to please Krishna. So some of the examples that Prabhupada says here is that we could make sacrifices to the divinities. For example, how many of us know of a very auspicious day that's going to come? Let's just take a minute to pay our respects. So we'll be able to see the Lordship again, like just before the Aarti, which is in about 20 minutes. So what was I saying? What was I saying? Yeah. So yeah, what is the auspicious day that's coming? Shivratri, yes, of course. So what we do is many of us, have a propensity to like a particular divinity, and it could be Lord Shiva, and so you could be offering, some services to Shiva, and in fact after this, I've got a sangha where we are going to talk about, the three pastimes of Lord Shiva. And Lord Shiva is a devotee of Krishna. And when you, glorify, Lord Shiva, then what are you doing? You're also pleasing, because you're pleasing devotees, you're also pleasing Krishna. And in fact, what Krishna says is that, yes, do please me, but if you please my devotees, then I'm even more pleased with you. So many of us will probably be, going to the temple, maybe the Shivratri, and some of us, in fact, I recall once I was in the temple for throughout the night, because many of us in India and even in many parts, we spend the entire night, and we do some kirtans and we do that. So all that you're doing is nothing but sacrifice. And those sacrifices are coming because there is a desire for you to please Lord Shiva, a desire for you to please Krishna. And that's making you do all these positive things. Some other examples could be sacrifice in celibacy. So many of us are grihasths, so we probably, are not doing that. But it's okay. But have you seen, when you come to the manor, have you seen monks in, dressed in saffron? So what have they done is they have chosen a path where they want to, they don't want to take the grihasth path. They want to really be celibate and, just stay in the temple and, do not marry, do not, get overwhelmed by the family responsibilities. And that's a choice that they're making. So, and that's a sacrifice that they're making. And like Kesha Maharaj and many others that you would know, who live in the manor. And so that's a choice you could make. It could be in household life. So you are a grihasth, but you are in a grihasth, but you could still be Krishna conscious, isn't it? And in fact, if you think of it, yes, in celibacy you stay in a temple, so you perform all the activities in the temple, which is fine. But when you actually are in a household, there are so many distractions that you have, right? When you are in the grihasth. So, and that's when you have to really, overcome this particular doubts in your mind, and you have to say, how, when I'm working hard and I'm not able to get along with my manager, how do I feel how do I still do things which are spiritual? Because you're going through these tough emotions. You might be asked, you may be looking for a salary hike, but then you don't get the salary hike. You may be aspiring for that promotion to the next to be a manager, and you don't get that. So there is a lot of that's going on, or your parents or your children are not listening to you. And I've got a son who's 24, and initially when we were very young, we could tell him to do this and not to do this. And then now I realize that we have to be, we can't tell him, don't do this, do that, because if we tell him don't do this, he'll probably go ahead and do it anyway. So then we'll have to find a different way of, of trying to do it. So you can realize that there are so many conflicts that you have in household life. So how do you really bring this spiritual knowledge? How do you really bring this balance? And that's where I would like to think of all of us as being spiritual warriors. So what does a spiritual warrior mean to you? Absolutely, thank you so much. So how much of distractions we have, how much of doubt we have, how much of anxieties we have, how much ever we get overwhelmed with the responsibilities, it's really about pulling us back and saying, can I really spend at least some time to do my spiritual activities? So as Prabhuji was mentioning, it can be as simple as chanting the Mahamantra or any Vedic hymn that's that resonates with you, even while you're doing the dishes. So when you're driving the car, when you have time to yourself, you could still, think of God. You could, chant those, because nothing's stopping you from doing that. And when you do that subliminally, your heart also starts feeling more peaceful, and those doubts get dispelled. Would you agree? So you could have a household life, but you don't have to wait till like 60 or 70 to actually, start realizing God. You can do it at a much earlier time. And I know that in India, and at least the place that I'm coming from, we all are told that, go to school, learn, study well, so that you get a good job, you get a good career. And once you get a good career, then, you can rise, from, being from a graduate to a manager to a vice president or whatever. And then at some point you'll say, okay, now you need to find a partner, then you get married, and then you have children. Can you just imagine how many things we are really trying to do? And then when you have all those distractions, then how do we really remind ourselves that let's really bring Krishna as much as possible? And that really happens only when we look at having an association like this. So the kind of people that you interact with. So if they do things, so if your friends go to the temple, then you'll also go to the temple. If your friends go and have parties, and then you probably will probably go and have parties as well. So I'm sure you probably have heard this. A man is known by man or woman is known by the company they keep. So the company that you keep is very, very important, because they also influence, the choices that you make. So, and that's really, those are all elements of, working towards, what's that spiritual knowledge. So I would like to think of spiritual knowledge as, I just want to draw an analogy, because sometimes analogies can be quite effective. I like to think of material knowledge as a torch. What does a torch do at night? It lights up. How much does it light up? Entire room? Okay. Now let's see. You are you're taking a walk in the park, and it's quite dark, and there are no lights. And then you take your mobile phone, and then you and then you just get that the torch on. So how much of the light do you see? How much of the world around you can you see? Just a little part, right? So what you have to do is you have to really, say, I'm just going to use the torch to light up my path so that I go safely. And but you can't really see what's really outside. You can't really see much of the world. Most of us, material knowledge is like that. So we become specialists in maybe physics, or or we become a doctor, we become a lawyer, and that's the kind of specialization that we go into. But we don't really know what's happening outside. So if I'm a consultant, but if I were asked to do first aid, to someone who's just who needs it desperately, I don't have that knowledge. So my torch is limited to my knowledge as a consultant, and I don't have other knowledge. It's always good if you do have your first aid experience, but then I'm quite useless in that situation. So, but spiritual knowledge is something very different. So what is spiritual knowledge? So if material knowledge is, is metaphorically a torch, what would spiritual knowledge be? It's the sun. And what does the sun do when it comes up? And it lights up. Does it light up just one part of your room? It lights up the entire universe, isn't it? So the spiritual knowledge is really like the sun. And the question that I always keep asking myself is that our university education teaches us to become specialists, and and that's important because we need that to build a career, and we need that to lead a comfortable life here. But then it really does not. It doesn't really talk about how many universities really speak about connecting with your inner self, and true transformation really happens. Begins with the self, isn't it? So Mahatma Gandhiji, he said that, you must be the change to see the change, in the world. So you really have to transform yourself first before you really, decide to transform the world. And today that's where, the fallacy is around where do we really keep our attention to. So I'm trying to get an understanding of, what's happening in the world. Man has gone to Mars, and I'm hearing that we could probably be setting up colonies there if Jeff and Elon Musk have got their way, which is fine. There's nothing wrong about that. But putting so much of an endeavor on that without really understanding, your inner self is not really going to help you to achieve what you want. So we should really aspire to really get the sun, which is a spiritual knowledge. Would you agree? Or why go for the torch when you can actually, get the sun? And so really that's what Krishna is saying here. So coming back to what Krishna says here. So and welcome to those who have just come in. So we have about 10 minutes before the Arati, and this is a Gita class that we have every day in the evening. So he says, therefore, the doubts which have arisen in your heart out of ignorance should be slashed by the weapon of knowledge, and armed with yoga, O Bharata, stand and fight. So coming to the point of being a spiritual warrior that we've spoken about, because how can you be saintly at the same time? How can you be a warrior? And that's where as Mataji you mentioned, you can do that. You can fight for what is righteous, for what is right. And then you can actually be very peaceful so you can be gentle as well. So you can actually manage both as long as you can fight for the right things in life, and you can really you can still be very gentle. As an example, I feel so so joyful when you see a lot of the youth of this world saying that I really want to do something for the environment, and they really take up causes. They really do things which I'm very impressed about. They try to improve our understanding of how the dairy industry works, for example, and how we should have ahimsa milk as an example, or they consciously go vegan. Which is even a step even more, because I'm a vegetarian, but I have not really been able to go the vegan way because I still like dairy products. But then you can see that there is a lot of consciousness, that's arisen to try to make this world a better place. But that may not be enough. Because even if we do all those acts, we are still, part of this world. So the only way we can really get out of this world and to get true happiness would be when we get that transcendental knowledge, and that's when we really do things to please Krishna. And that's where the peace comes in. We started off with avidya leading us to suffering. And what spiritual knowledge does is there is only one purpose that that is said of the Vedas and even of learning the Gita. And what is that? What is the only purpose of life? Sorry? To go back to Goloka Vrindavan, yes, indeed. And that doesn't necessarily have to be, I just realized I was not even speaking in the mic, sorry. Yes, it is to go back to Vrindavan, and also it means to develop that. How do you do that? Can you go to Goloka Vrindavan tomorrow? It's really about that, and You can't go to Goloka Vrindavan either literally or metaphorically immediately, because even if you do want to make a plan to go to India, then you have to really make a trip, and you have to plan for it, you have to book your holidays, etc. And I have always found this about going to the temples. Do you really think that you are making a choice to go to the temple? You're making a choice to go to the temple. But sometimes it's quite possible that things may happen which prevents you from going to the temple. Is that right? You may have woken up and said, I want to go to the temple, but then something happens and some distraction happens, and then you can't. I've seen this happen in my situation as well. There are times when I do want to go to the temple, but I, for some reason which is best known, I can't go. But then there are times when I have not really planned to go to the temple, but I find myself, in front of the Lord. So what does that mean? It's a God who's calling us. So. We are not going to the temple. It's the Lord who's calling us, and we are just coming. And how is that happening? That's happening because we have a desire to see the Lord, but the desire is alone not sufficient. What Krishna also says is, do you deserve to see me? And that's why you may have a desire, but then if he thinks that the time is not right, you will never go to Goloka Vrindavan. And but you will definitely go. I'm just saying figuratively. So, and that's why it's important. Spiritual life is not a very easy thing to do. They say that it's simple, but it's not easy. So what does that mean? Things can be simple, but they may not be very easy. So there will be some obstacles along the way, but we take one step at a time, and then we try to gradually keep increasing. And there is this. I'll talk of this race horse that's being trained to be a race horse in Germany, and I heard this from a friend. So. When you want to train a race horse to really do very well, to win at the races, do you put, how big is the obstacle that you put when you start training the horse at the start? So suppose you're going to be training the horse for the first time. Do you put a very heavy, very difficult obstacle at the start? I can hear a lot of no's. And why would you say that? Because the horse is not trained. What is going to happen if you bring a horse to an obstacle which seems quite unsurmountable? What will happen? It's going to fail. It's going to fail if it moves in the first place. But what happens if it just stands there? Because the horse is not used to this particular obstacle, and when you're giving an obstacle which it cannot realistically do at that point of time, what is there in its heart? He'll give up. But what is that strong thing in his heart? He'll give up. But why will he give up? Because there is a doubt in his mind. There is a doubt in him saying that, oh my gosh, if I do this, firstly I can't do this, and then even if I do this, I'll probably hurt myself, and so it's better for me not to do it. How many of us find ourselves in situations like these? So suppose you find yourself in a very unknown situation, which puts you in a state of discomfort. What do? You probably, there is inaction, you don't take any action. You probably just stand there and say, I don't know what to do. And so that could happen because that fear in you, that doubt in you, doesn't allow you to actually, unleash yourself, because the horse may be able to actually jump, but with proper training. But more importantly, as we started off, there is an inner war that's going on. The inner war is because of the anxieties, because of the doubts, because of the complexities that we have. And spiritual life is very, very similar. So when you start training the horse, you really start off with small obstacles. Allow it to gain confidence, and then raise the obstacles till it's able to really do that. And that's true for spiritual life as well, because we can't start at this level because we are here. So what we really have to do is to start training ourselves, and that's where we slowly start doing it. Now, many devotees in ISKCON, we chant like 16 rounds of the Mahamantra. That takes almost like a couple of hours. You may not be able to really start, chanting 16 rounds, but can you chant one round? One round is 10 minutes in the morning. And then the one round could become 2 rounds and even more. So it's just an example of how you can slowly start, bringing Krishna into your life. So the life of Grihast is complicated, but spiritual life is simple, but it's not easy. But what you have to do is to really cultivate those habits. And those habits can only come with the right knowledge. And that's what this chapter is all about, and that's what Krishna says here. Therefore, he tells Arjuna, therefore the doubts which has arisen in your heart out of ignorance should be slashed by the weapon of knowledge. Armed with yoga, stand and fight. Be the spiritual warrior that you are, and fight the inner war and be victorious in your inner war. That's what Krishna is inviting us to do. And when we do that, we experience the bliss and the higher taste of bhakti, which is love, which is what today is all about. So today is about Valentine's Day, so happy Valentine's Day. But today, Valentine's Day, we normally think of, relationships that we have, and there's nothing wrong in that, because we love, people who are dear to us, and we can definitely have a Valentine's. But let's really ask Krishna to be your Valentine today. And he'll be so pleased. Isn't it? So we have a couple of minutes, and what I thought we could do is to close our eyes, and we'll sing the Mahamantra 3 times just before the Arati, and ask him to be our Valentine. And please we'll do it together. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Krishna is with us now, and he's agreed to be our Valentine. With a pleasant thought, I would invite you to, start coming. You can take these to the side. You can put it there, and then we will all, come standing for the Arati. Okay. Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you very much. Bye-bye. Do you know who's singing today?
श्री श्री राधा गोकुल नंद की, सीताराम लक्ष्मण हनुमान की, श्री गौर निताय की। की बजयो जयो गोरा चांदे रे, आरती को शोभा। की बजयो जयो गोरा चांदे Nara Hari Adi Kori घोषदिगाया शंखा बाजे घंटा बाजे बाजे करताला शंखा बाजे घंटा बाजे बाजे करताला माधुरा मृदंगा बाजे परमरसाला माधुरा मृदंगा बाजे परमरसाला शंका बाजे घंटा बाजे माधुर 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 बाजे शंका बाजे घंटा बाजे माधुर 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 बाजे माधुर 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 बाजे माधुर 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 बाजे नित्य गौरा हरि बोल हरि बोल हरि बोल नित्य गौरा हरि बोल नित्य गौरा हरि बोल हरि बोल हरि बोल नित्य गौरा हरि बोल बहु कोटि चंद्र जीनी वदन उज्ज्वला बहु कोटि चंद्र जीनी वदन उज्ज्वला माला देते बन माला कोरे जल माला माला देते बन माला कोरे जल माला शिवा सुका नारादा मे गद गादा शिवा सुका नारादा मे गद गादा Gaurara Sampada Akati Vinoda Dekhe Gaurara Sampada Shiva Jayo Jayo Gora Chandere Arati Ko Sobha Vita Savane Jagaman Lobha Gaurange Arati Ko Sobha Jagajanamana Lobha Gaurange Arati Ko Sobha Jagajanamana Lobha Jagajanamana Lobha Jagajanamana Lobha Nitya Gaura Hari Bol Hari Bol Hari Bol Nitya Gaura Hari Bol 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 Nama Om Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prasaya Bhutale Himati Bhaktivedanta Swami Nityanamine Nama Om Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prasaya Bhutale Himati Bhaktivedanta Swami Nityanamine Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Pashyatadishatarine Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Pashyatadishatarine Jaya Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Srivasadi Gaura Bhaktivedanta Jaya Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Srivasadi Gaura Bhaktivedanta Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare. Jaya Radha Gokula Nand, Radha Gokula Nand, Radha Gokula Nand, Shri Radhe. Jaya Sita Ram Lakshman Hanuman, Jaya Sita Ram Lakshman Hanuman. Jaya Gauranitai, 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 Jaya Gauranitai. Jaya Jaya Prabhupada, 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 Jaya Jaya Prabhupada. Shri Shri Gauranitai ki. Thank you very much all for attending the Aarti. Can I request everyone to now sit down for 5 minutes? We'll have the nursing prayers for our protection before we have Prasadam. Thank you.
श्री नरसिंह भगवान की जय। नमस्ते नरसिंह नरसिंहो परतो नरसिंहो इतो नरसिंहो यतो यतो यमिततो नरसिंहो नरसिंहो हृदये नरसिंहो बाहिर नरसिंहमदिं शरणं प्रपदे तव कर कमलवरे न कामद्भुत शृङ्गा दलित हिरण्यकशिपु तव भृङ्गा केशवधृता नरहरिरूपा जय जगदीश हरे जय जगदीश हरे जय जगदीश तव कर कमलवरे न कामद्भुत शृङ्गा दलित हिरण्यकशिपु तव भृङ्गा केशवधृता नरहरिरूपा जय जगदीश हरे जय जगदीश हरे जय जगदीश केशवधृता नरहरिरूपा जय जगदीश हरे जय जगदीश हरे जय जगदीश हरे केशवधृता नरहरिरूपा जय जगदीश हरे जय जगदीश हरे जय नरसिंहदेव 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 जय नरसिंहदेव जय नरहरि 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 जय नरहरि जय प्रहलाद महाराज प्रहलाद महाराज प्रहलाद महाराज जय प्रहलाद महाराज जय राधा गोकुल नंद राधा गोकुल नंद राधा गोकुल नंद श्री राधे जय सीताराम लक्ष्मण हनुमान जय सीताराम लक्ष्मण हनुमान जय गौरनिताय 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 जय गौरनिताय प्रभुपाद 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 जय जय प्रभुपाद नित्य गौर हरि बोल नित्य गौर हरि बोल श्री नरसिंह भगवान की जय भक्त श्रेष्ठ प्रहलाद महाराज की जय
Thank you very much all for attending the Aarti. Prasadam is now being served outside in the adjacent room, and the next Aarti will be at 9 o'clock. Thank you.